and just after the election, markets tend to rally. Take the same trade once again, 10x leverage, 66% close above that today. That would be super, super bullish for Bitcoin. It looks like that we were here right once again. The bottom is most likely in. Today, I'm going to show you why I believe that and what kind of booby traps might be still in the charts. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here. Once again, we jump directly into the DXY because the DXY is finally making here a nice move to the downside. So I'm pretty sure today we are going to close here under 104 points, and into the election we are going to keep falling, and also after the election, because that's usually what happens. As I mentioned here, I think a week ago, when we get into the election and just after the election, markets tend to rally to make either side, whoever wins, just make look pretty good. So and that's why we should expect continuation. My Bitcoin trade on ZoomX is also doing a little bit better. We go into the Bitcoin chart. Again, guys, if you want to stand a chance to win $500 twice per week with ZoomX, we distributed today to the 2 winners from Saturday the $500. Sign up, deposit $100, make one single trade. It can be $1, it doesn't matter. In, out, close, done. And you're eligible to win $500 here with ZoomX. And next time, tomorrow, let's do tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna give $500 away on ZoomX. The link is in a pinned comment in the description below. So of course my trade is still underwater, but I'm going to show you here in a moment why I'm not really worried about this. One reason is that we are holding this green support line, the $68,500 level, which was massive resistance here in the past. So look here, deviation, 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 and then every time resistance. And here, resistance twice. Here, resistance there, resistance here. And now support. Really important that we flipped this level now into support for continuation to the upside. And you see, I have here already a trade setup that I had here for quite a while. I think that was from the initial break here to the upside where we reached the target. So now you can basically take the same trade once again. And that is the reason why I keep holding on to my trade, even though I'm now still a little bit underwater. I'm fine with that. I have conviction. I know where we are going. We have also still the golden cross on a daily chart. And the 50 moving average is keeping moving here higher and higher. So the next time when we get a flush, it will be most likely down to the 50 moving average. But at this point in time, Bitcoin will be over $70,000. So everything should be fine here. On the daily chart, on the super trend ribbon, also here, we are still holding really nicely within the upper end of the super trend. Here I expect in the next coming hours a bounce above it. We tried earlier, let me zoom in here a little bit, looked like that we tried already to reclaim the upper side of it. We are we are not above it yet, but almost. At $69,400, let's say, we would be above the super trend ribbon. So if we get a close above that today, that would be super bullish for Bitcoin. If we get the bounce and the move away from the super trend tomorrow into the election, also fine. When we're going into the 12-hourly chart, also here you see the bounce from $69,000 was crucial. We went all the way down here to $67,400 into the VPVR cluster that I spoke about, that this is like my worst case scenario before we get the bounce and return here back to the upside. And the indicators are underlining that with the stochastic giving us a buy signal, MACD losing momentum on the sell side, and RSI also pointing here to the upside with a small bullish divergence. So look at this, price is going down, RSI is going up, bullish divergence. This is the reason why I'm saying, when I look at the higher time frames, that I believe that Bitcoin has potentially bottomed out here, unless tomorrow the market goes absolutely nuts because of the election. It can happen. I don't want to rule it out. It can happen. But if it's not happening, then this here was most likely the bottom for Bitcoin, and we're not going lower than that in a really long time. On the lower time frames here in the 15 minutes, also here we have now reclaimed the former bottom range which was now the top of the range when we came down here. We left the range, went now into the next range up here again. We are currently pumping. So as long as we're holding above $69,000, we should get a retest in the next 12 to 24 hours here close to $70,000. Again, tomorrow, crazy day. We have elections. On Thursday, we have FOMC. Worst case, once FOMC hits, we're going to get a massive pump. If in the how do I say that? In case of Trump is not winning tomorrow, which is highly unlikely when you look at the numbers, then on Thursday we are going to get a nice pump here to the upside. But I expect Trump to win tomorrow, and that means we get immediately a pump to the upside. The same scenario was happening last time when he won. The moment that he was announced the winner, everything pumped like crazy. And so I expect something similar happening here once again. If it's Kamala, then we will initially get a drop, and then Thursday into the FOMC, then we get a move to the upside. So and here on the MDX algo gradient, on the scalp gradient, also here you see price is warming up for the next leg to the upside. We have now here lighter blue candles again. Also here on the reactor indicator, we are turning around exactly as I expected it and was mentioning also yesterday. The next imminent level of resistance for Bitcoin is around $69,650 approximately. But once we are breaking here this red downwards trend line and flipping the screen, we also have done confirmation across the board for continuation into the supply area all the way up here, beginning at $72,200 all the way up to $73,750. If you want to leverage your capital, guys, then there's no better place than Bybit right now. Sign up on Bybit, deposit $100 and claim guaranteed a $500 airdrop position on any of these coins, guys. The moment is right now to do it, because after tomorrow, everything will go absolutely nuts, regardless who is winning. You are going to see it by the end of the week that we are pumping like crazy. So make sure, if you have only a little bit of capital, that you go to Bybit, sign up there, deposit $100, claim the airdrop voucher, the $500 voucher, use the voucher, and keep all the profits for you guys. All the profits belong to you. Use the link in the pinned comment and in the description for that. Now, on the leverage side for Bitcoin on the 4-hourly chart here, what did I say, guys? Worst case scenario, what I mentioned is that we come to the top area here of the high over leveraged liquidity. That's exactly what happened. We stepped briefly into it. Go back and watch yesterday's video. I said briefly we are going to tap this and go back to the upside. And this is exactly what is right now unfolding in front of our eyes. Now, what I want to see on the 4-hourly chart is a reclaim of the EMA ribbon at $69,500 for continuation, and another short squeeze into the late shorts that have built up here liquidity-wise on the 4-hourly chart all the way up to $71,000. Actually, I need to change currently this here into a red line. When we're looking at the liquidation heat map, and let me refresh that, then also here you see liquidity is currently only above us, mainly above us. We took the major liquidity levels below us out, so everybody on the long side got liquidated here. Now the only move is to the upside. You see that also if I go into a 2 weeks chart. Let me actually go here. 3 days chart. So here on the 3 days chart, you see the concentrated areas of liquidity that are getting tapped next is $70,300 and $70,500 approximately. And we are going to get that short squeeze once we are tapping here into $69,520. From there, you see that we are going to shoot up into the $70,000 range and most likely are going to hold this. Now, when we are looking at the total open interest that's in the market currently, then also here you will see something really interesting. Overall, we have 40, so actually we added $1 billion since I watched earlier today added. In CME is holding the biggest futures position here right now with $11.48 billion. So that is a tremendous amount. But still, when you look at the funding rates, even though with so much leverage in the market, what we can clearly observe is that still no real huge froth is in the market, and that with price levels being close to $70,000 for Bitcoin, so which is still absolutely insane. But on the other hand, the Bitcoin dominance is rampaging here. Again, I expect here one more leg to the upside before we are rolling over, but we are finally above the upward sloping trend line. I was waiting for this, and now in the next coming days we should get that final blow off top here, regardless how high it goes. Even if it goes above 61%, I don't really care, so it can go as high as 62%. It doesn't matter for me, because that is the final move here for the Bitcoin dominance before we roll over and finally start the first leg of this major altcoin season that everybody is waiting for. And one indication for that is a look at the Ethereum chart. And I wanted to pull up actually another Ethereum chart. I'm going to do that in a moment. So now when we're looking at Ethereum itself, here you see, also mentioned yesterday, we get supported from the upward sloping trend line here. We are trying to break back above $2,500. I told you guys yesterday, if we come down to $2,400 approximately, take a long from there. We hit this almost to the dollar, and here you also see on 12-hourly charts, indicators are turning around. The MACD will print a buy signal by tomorrow. The RSI is going up. Stochastic printed a buy signal. So here I would expect in the next 48 hours definitely a move here back into $2,600, $2,700. And again, once we are breaking the downward sloping trend line, that's it, guys. That's it. That's when Ethereum is breaking finally out and will move in direction of $3,000. So don't get left behind here. Then let me show you quick the other really important chart, and that is the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. So here we are at a key support level currently. If I show you on a weekly chart what happens when we usually come down here, is that we are getting a massive bounce, and that is usually the beginning of a massive altcoin rally. So here we are just tapping it. I don't know, did we actually touch it yet? No, we did not touch it yet. So potentially we touch this tomorrow, and then we start to come back up here, and we'll start rallying to the upside. So I'm just going to show it to you here on the weekly chart. So look here what happens when we are tapping this area on the weekly chart. Here the last time in April 2021, we fell below it, we came above it, we fell below it, and then we sent to the upside. Something similar will also happen here once again. Also here in the beginning, also here dominance dropped in 2016, came back up, found here support at the retest, sent to the upside. Here again, came down, retest, sent to the upside. So that is another indication that altcoin season is just around the corner, guys. When we're looking at Solana is also getting a nice bounce here. Currently from the support zone that we were talking about. There's not much more to say. Indicators are all lining up for continuation on a 12-hourly chart. It's still not too late to enter here for that trade in direction of $203 and potentially all the way up to $224. But take some profits along the way, guys, on these trades. So these are massive trades at 25%. And if I pull this here down to this level, so 36%, these are big moves on Solana. So make sure that you take some profits along the way. The next one, real quick, is Sui. Sui is retesting the 50 moving average right now on the 4-hourly chart and is above the downward sloping trend line. So here to enter for me now a Sui trade, what I want to see is that we're actually breaking above the 50 moving average and closing here at least two 1-hourly candles. The indicators are telling us that Sui is ready for this next leg to the upside, with MACD almost printing here a green candle. Stochastic gives a buy signal. RSI gave a bullish divergence. So you could have seen this pump here before it actually happened and trade accordingly. So, but if you're late, then just wait for the reclaim of the 50 moving average, because this will still give you a nice return here of at least 10.4% when we move into $2.10 at the Fibonacci extension levels. Then Doge is pumping today. Remember what I told you? I told you even if we come down here into the second buy zone, buy down there. So I personally did this. I have now to check how much I'm up, but I think I'm up 30% or something let's see here. So because I bought here, no, I'm 66% up. I took a 10x leverage trade on this. I cannot show it because I'm not logged in. So, but yeah, so 10x leverage, 66% currently. This will keep pumping, guys. Don't be mistaken, if I go to a higher time frame, look here on the daily, the stochastic is about to turn around. The MACD is getting a bounce from the signal line with the trend line, the RSI pointing to the upside. So that is one of the stronger coins that you should be definitely in right now. And if you want to trade Doge, for example, on a decentralized platform, then go here to AlphaX. AlphaX you can use with Trust Wallet, MetaMask, any decentralized wallet. Also here, if you sign up, you still get $100 just for signing up on AlphaX. Plus, if you deposit $100, you stand a chance also here to win $500 once per week. So you make use of that. As long as you get free money anywhere, it's the best what you can do. So just for signing up, getting $100 and trade with it, that's not a bad deal, guys. So make use of that with the link in the pinned comment in the description below. Then Coty here, I'm still not really convinced that we are not getting the tap here to the 7.5 cent level. So I'm still on the fence that we could get this. If not, and it turns around again, guys, it's not the end of the world, So I will start nibbling at a position, here at 9.2 cents. That's when I will get interested to enter. So which is how much percent from current price away? It's a 10% move, so potentially I will find a lower entry. Let me actually look here on the 4-hourly chart. Actually, it would make... Okay, I can also go in here, 8.7, so that's like a 5% move. So a 5% move higher, that's where I would get interested to enter this, but not before, guys. And like I said, I will only nibble there on a position. I will not go crazy, so because I want to see here a proper reclaim and a break of this downward sloping trend line before I will, come on. So here, that break I want to see first before I start adding massive money to that position. So once you're breaking here, at this point, there I'm going to buy and extend the volume, the position size massively. Now, Uniswap came now a little bit lower than $7. I don't believe that we go that much lower. So see it as a gift that we came down a little bit more. If you want to enter, right now is a good moment in my opinion, because again, the golden cross is coming up. Don't get here confused with price action being below the 50 moving average, because this can change in a matter of days, guys, really, really quickly. Give it here maybe another day or two, but then I'm pretty sure this is turning around and also pushing into higher levels. And guys, that's it already for today's update. I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure that you smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you with more money tomorrow.